Look who's back, back again. Jenny's back, tell a friend. Look who's back, look who's back, look who's back. Down now. Oh, my abs. Hi everyone, it's Jenny. I know it's been a hot second since I filmed a video. How are you all? I hope the last year and a bit has treated you well. I really didn't plan to not make videos this long, and there have been lots of times I've thought of making videos and just never gotten around to it, so sorry, but I doubt any of you are really that sad. So it's okay, because I'm back now, and I'll probably be as sporadic as always, and I'm definitely scatty as always, because I haven't done this in a while, and is this my third or fourth time doing this intro, or my 67th? Who knows? But I have gin, which is probably not going to help my coherency, but I like it, and I thought we could have a little chatty shenanigans to catch up with what I'm doing with my life and where I'm at. I'm sure you can tell by the different background behind me that I have moved house. So I moved in with my boyfriend in London, which is wonderful because we have a nice flat and we are so blessed because there's space for bookshelves. So I have gone through that rite of bookish passage and bought Billy bookcases from IKEA, which are the first pieces of furniture that I've ever built on my own. And I say on my own with help of sisters or boyfriend, and I was quite proud of myself. It went well, you know, it was quite easy. I was pleased, and it's very exciting because I've recently bought more books. Surprise! There will be a long book haul coming up soon. And I need to move things around, so who knows if I'm going to stay here or film in front of a different bookcase, or if this shelf will look the same next time I film. I don't know, but watch this space. So London is great, London is expensive, and I am doing a job that I don't want to be in forever, but I love at the moment, which is being front of house at Royal Opera House, which is just a beautiful building, and the people are lovely there, and I feel very cultured. I get to see shows that are really expensive to buy tickets for, so it's quite nice to get to see them for free, and it's a fun time, but it's also really unsociable hours, so I'm not really seeing my boyfriend, which is a bit difficult. I think we thought moving in together we would see each other more than we actually are, but it's life. I need to find a full-time job that's more of a 9 to 5. What that is, I don't know. I am one of those people that doesn't quite know what to do with their life. But I'm going to find out, hopefully very soon, what that's going to be, at least for the next few years. But in the meantime, I'm just chilling at the Opera House, and that's pretty damn nice, to be honest. And what else? PhD. So, because I now live in London, the life is much more expensive, and I don't have funding, I'm probably not going to be able to afford to go back to it. And also in my heart of hearts I know with my mental health, it's not been that great recently. My nana just passed away, which is obviously pretty sad, and I think I need to work a full-time job to get the discipline to just be able to get up every day and work solidly, because being a student, especially a humanities student, you've quite a lax timetable. I think I never had that regimented schedule in upper education. So I think if I can find something to do for a few years, then maybe that will help me be able to motivate myself better in something like a PhD. That's what I'm thinking. And just be in a more stable position, not just financially, but mentally too, and emotionally, because not really there yet, but it is something I'm still interested in doing. I'm not sure if I'm going to do videos about it. I keep thinking about how I'm going to do like PhD videos where I'll read a novel that I was going to write about and then do a video on it. Let me know if it's something you'd like to see. I'd still be interested in doing that, because like I love Victorian novels. I'm always going to love Victorian novels and literature and be a real geek about that. So yeah, if there's something you're interested in, let me know. Also, if you're not interested in seeing that, also let me know. I need the feedback, guys. In happier news, I managed last year to get my TBR down to 0. I know, I was so proud of myself. Guys, this might blow your minds, but it turns out if you don't buy that many books and you just read the ones you already have, then you read all your books. I know, like, who knew? So I've since bought those books now, and I'm now obsessed with buying books. I mean, I'm not mad about that. it's fine, but I think I'm gonna try and make sure my TBR doesn't go over 50 is an absolute maximum. But I think 30 is probably a better maximum, because I know I can read those books, you know, in like 6 months or something, but 50 books, I don't know, maybe that's getting a bit too much. But I'm just so excited to be able to read library books now, because I used to go to the library, get loads of books out, and then think, what am I doing? I have 235 books still to read at home that I haven't read before, and then I go and return to the library, and the cycle would continue. And now I actually can read library books. I mean, what a concept, because I'm not neglecting these ones. I've read them. I've read that one and that one. I've read them all. That's quite cool, actually. Yeah. Oh, with the exception of some of Shakespeare's plays, because I'm not putting all of Shakespeare's plays on my TBR. I'm sorry. I'll read them all one day. I've only read 14, although I have seen all of them perform, which is quite cool. But yes, sorry, this is so rambly. Who is surprised? What has changed? Nothing at all, friends. And I am doing really well with my 30 before 30 challenge. So I made a video a few years ago where I had picked 30 books I wanted to read. Some of them famous, some of them just ones I'd had on my shelf for a while or was interested in. And I've got 7 left. However, I have left, foolishly, some of the really big ones, like War and Peace. War and Peace is still on there, so that's intimidating. But I'm going to try and read it in March, because there are some readathons I want to take part in, and one of them is March of the Mammoths, where you read a book that's over 800 pages. So I'm going to try and join in with that, and other readathons I'm interested in this year are the Irish Readathon as usual, Victober obviously, Non-Fiction November, and also April is Poetry Month, I think, so I just want to read a bunch of poetry, because I'm really into that at the moment. When I'm sad, I find poetry very comforting. So that's nice. Also, you feel really accomplished because they're short, the poetry collections, then you're like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I read 12 books this month, so that will be nice. My Goodreads goal I've set at 100. I read 160 books last year, which is fine. I would say actually it was a good reading year, because I really enjoy getting to the books that I hadn't read for 5+ years, that I had on my shelf, languishing sadly away. It was nice to read those books, and even though it's a lot less than previous years, that's still a lot of books, right? And I definitely read more physical books compared to audiobooks than in previous years. One of the reasons I read so much is because of audiobooks, and I read so few audiobooks compared to the previous years last year. So that's interesting. I don't know if that will change this year. We'll see. And oh my god, I really spilt that, Jen. What a waste. Tragic. Moving on. So I'm trying not to set too many monthly goals that I want to read this, that, and the other, but I do want to do what I did last year and read a non-fiction book a month, because that's nice. I would like to read more plays, because that's something that I don't put my TBR, even though I have quite a lot of them, just because I got them when I used to want to be an actor or darling, and now I don't. And plays are not always very readable. Some of them I just kind of have because I studied them, or they're classics or whatever, but I read some plays at the end of last year and quite enjoyed it. So I'm going to try and read some more plays. Again, like poetry, you read them so quickly and then you feel good about yourself. That's what you should do. Just read. If you feel depressed about how many books you read short books, guys. Read a play. Read a poetry collection. You'll be done in an hour or 2. But most of all, I really hope I reread more books, because that's something I never really did, or I gave myself time for, because I had new books on my shelves that I hadn't read, and now I can actually do that. That's quite a cool concept, actually. So I hope I take advantage of that this year and reread books. I definitely want to reread some Virginia Woolf this year, because there's a ballet based on 3 of her novels coming up in March, so that'll be quite a nice project. Also, Katie from Books and Things is doing a Dickens project where she's reading in chronological order all of Dickens' novels throughout, I think it's a year and a half. And while I haven't started a single one, that would be quite nice, and a good way maybe to do a PhD reading series, because quite a few Dickens novels I was going to write about, so that would be nice to revisit perhaps, and just go back on some books that I really don't remember. That there are so many Dickens novels that I have basically no memory about because I read them so quickly in a fever dream, and I remember one character and none of the plot. So that would be a fun project. But if I don't read any, that's also fine. Trying to be more chill about things this year instead of having such a prescribed reading. That said, probably will do TBRs. Obviously didn't do one this month, but that's okay. And I'm still going to do a best books of the year of last year video. I feel like I should do one of the year before, but I don't know if anyone will be interested in that because it's literally over a year late at this point. Let me know if you'd like to see that. I don't know how much I remember of the books, but kind of for my own record's sake, I think I'd like to have 2 best books videos of the last 2 years. We'll see. So children, what have we learnt today? We have learnt that I've moved, that I'm still reading a lot, which is nice. I don't really know what I'm doing with my life, but who does? So I'm just going to keep plodding on and it's going to be alright one way or another. That's what I keep telling myself because I have gin and books and really what more do you need in life? If you got to the end of this, thank you so much. I am so unexcited to edit this and have to get used to hearing my voice and watching myself back again. Oh my lord. But I will get better. I'm back into the swing of things, I promise. And there will be more regular videos, which isn't really hard to say considering I haven't posted for over a year. But if you stuck around, pals, thank you. And I will see you soon for Chatty Shenanigans. Bye!